Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I have an updated flak build for you, which is mainly for Mayhem 3 and True Vault Hunter mode. If you didn't see my previous video, I did a flak build purely for True Vault Hunter mode, so it's for those easier monsters to kill, but if you haven't seen that one already, make sure you go check that out. So let's get right into the skill tree for this crit endgame flak build. The skill that you want to have as your action skill is Fade Away. This is what's going to do the bulk of our critical hit damage. Fade Away will give you a plus 200% crit damage along with some movement speed and max health regeneration. We then have the self-repairing system. You want to put 5 points into this as it will increase our max health, so we have a bit more health for this build. Furious Attack is our first hunter skill of the build, and it will increase our gun damage and handling per stack that does occur, and you can have up to a maximum of 10 stacks. Eager to Impress is the next hunter skill, and whenever flak kills an enemy, the action skill cooldown is reduced, meaning that we have a higher chance to proc our Fade Away again, and you want to put 4 points in this purely just so it can get you down the skill tree. For the rest, there's no point in putting 5 because all it is a 0.025% extra than the current effect. Turn, Tail and Run is a movement perk which will regenerate your health and gains gun damage reduction while you're moving. This is quite useful to have when you're running around because the enemies won't do as much damage to you if you're running, whereas if you're stood still you'll take more damage. The Fast and Furious is a skill that you do want to have. While above half health, gun damage and movement speed is increased. If you have 3 points on this, you get a gun damage of plus 25% and a movement of 10. Very useful when you are doing this build. 5 points go into Hidden Machine. When an enemy has no target or is attacking a different target, flak will deal increased damage. Because this is a crit build, you definitely want this, and the current effect is plus 30%. And right at the bottom of the tree, we have the Power Inside, which is another damage increase, and it activates our action skill. So if flak is at full health, the damage that you do is doubled. Extremely useful. The current effect of having this is plus 25% damage, and the Power Inside duration is 15 seconds. And then obviously you want to have Gorillas in the Mist. Fade Away will no longer end after flak attacks. At the cost of critical damage, Fade Away duration has been reduced. And the last one for this tree, you want to have Unblinking Eye. Successful hits on the same target will increase your critical hit damage per hit, and Unblinking Eye resets after 3 hits. Your critical hit damage will be increased by 75%. And I usually go with the Gunslinger Jabber as my pet. Once you finish the Stalker tree, you want to go over to the Master tree, and all you want in this is Persistence Hunter. This will increase your gun damage and action skill duration, and you want this so that you can have your action skill Fade Away on for longer. Once we've finished in the Master skill tree, we're going to be doing the Hunter skill tree. Now with the class mod I have is what reflects the points I have done in this tree. So as you can see, I have 7 out of 5 for the Interplanetary Stalker, which is a very useful skill to have. It will grant you plus 14% for me per stack, and obviously the rest of the bonuses. And you don't have to have 7 in this, but I have because of my class mod, and I find it quite useful. And I put 5 points in this so that it unlocks the rest of the skill tree. We then have Hunter's Eye, and I have 2 points put in this because the rest of the 2 points comes from my class mod. But Hunter's Eye basically makes you gain bonuses when fighting different enemies. So a plus 12% versus humans, armor damage plus 24% versus robots, damage reduction of a 18.3% versus beasts. A very useful skill for this tree that you need to have is the head count. Whenever Flak scores a critical hit, there is a chance that the action skill cooldown is reduced, and this is what we want because we want to proc our action skill as much as possible, and it is obviously a critical hit build, so we want this on for sure. The cooldown reduction chance is plus 30%, and the cooldown time is minus 2 seconds. Two Fang is very important. It allows you to have a chance to fire an extra projectile, which is obviously doing more damage to our enemies. The extra projectile chance is plus 25% because we have 5 points in this particular skill. For the big game, I only have 2 points in this one because I get an extra one from my class mod. The hunter skills become much more effective and have longer duration, so all of our hunter skills across the board will have a current duration of plus 100% and a hunter skill effect of plus 30. You don't really need an extra point in this, so even if you don't have a class mod that grants it, you can just leave it at 2. And the last skill we have is the most dangerous game. This skill will allow you to, when you kill badass or strong enemies, they gain increased critical hit damage, gun damage and handling for a longer time. So I've put 2 in this because obviously that's the only 2 I have left, but the current effect is plus 17% gun damage, plus 6.7% critical hit, plus 25 handling and a duration of 120 seconds. You don't need leave no trace because one of the gears I have allows you to get ammo back, plus it had a major nerf, so it is no longer useful because Flak seems to keep getting nerfs all the time. If you do want to see another build straight after a nerf, let me know. Put it in the comments below, put the words Flak build and I'll know that you want to see another build after any patches. You don't need second intention, you only really need this if you want reload speed. So if you did really want an increased reload speed, I would just take 1 off of the most dangerous game and put it onto here. I know that some people have the class mod Bounty Hunter, which allows you to proc any hunter skill that has 1 point in, so if you have that, I would definitely put second intention on. But that is it for the skill trees, and let's get straight into the loot that I use. So I don't have the best guns, I've just been using ones that are good against different enemies. So for the action skill, you kind of want a gun that can fire quickly so you can get as many shots off as possible. I'm currently using this gun, which is good against flesh, and it's a Children of the Vault, so you don't really have to worry about having that less magazine size. But obviously you can use any guns. This build is quite strong for lots of guns. Moving on to the SMG, I use the Cloud Kill, which you get from one of the missions throughout the game. I can't really remember which one, but it is a very good SMG. I mainly use this against the robots because obviously it does corrosive damage, and when you activate that action skill Fadeaway, it destroys bosses, mainly the Genevieve boss. So moving on to a pistol, once again I have a high fire pistol. This Children of the Vault will release 89 rounds before breaking, so that it does a lot of damage whenever you use Fadeaway again, because you're getting maximum shots off within your time. For the shotgun, I've just been using one that I found recently, so you can really use whatever shotgun you want. One thing I will say that is very important with this build is having the Transformer shield. So this shield, you don't really have to bother about the shock damage. It's the 40% chance to absorb bullets and add them back to your ammo count. This is very important because obviously Leave No Trace was nerfed, so this now acts as that action skill, giving you ammo back whenever you're fighting enemies. I'm then using the Headhunting Cosmetic Stalker as my class mod. This is what allows me to have +2 in my skills and then +1 in the end, and it also has a 25% increased power of my hunter skills. So I've been using this one because I don't have the Bounty Hunter, but it is a very good cosmetic to have. In terms of the grenade, I'm just using the amplified jacked exploder This is because from my class mod I get a grenade damage of plus 30% and also a grenade radius. This one is just an explosive one, so the higher the radius the better, so this is just the best one I have at the moment. You can obviously use whatever grenade you feel you enjoy the most or is just working for you. For the artifact, I'm just using an elemental projector rocket boots, which is just a damage boost of 165% because I use a lot of elemental weapons. It also regenerates some of my health. That then brings us to the end of this flak crit build. If you did enjoy the video, consider liking it so that I know that you enjoy these videos. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. I will be bringing out more flak builds if he does receive more nerfs in the future, along with some other character classes as well, so you don't want to miss out on them. I'm now going to leave you with the in-game gameplay of showing you how good this build is. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in a video soon.
The God Queen.